find some non-mirror games. Hello, my name is Nobody. I'm going to be casting these 5 games for you. Probably just repeat exactly what I said. So we have, over in the top left side, we have TaToH playing as the Britons, and on the bottom side we have Jon Snow playing as the Chinese. So again, non-mirror civs. Britons Chinese, pretty interesting civ matchup here. Let's go over the civs for TaToH. Britons, great archers. Town centers minus 50% wood, great economy, great archers with extra range. Longbowmen, which you do sometimes see on Arena, and love to see the longbowmen here. Good infantry line. Notably, their monks not so good. They don't get redemption. They might not get a few other technologies, not quite sure. But on the other hand, Chinese pretty formidable on Arena, actually. It looks like Jon Snow's gotten a terrible start here. He can't find his early sheep, so he's going to take the berries over here. Trying to make the best out of this bad start as possible, and probably already has enough food for one villager, although he might go behind here. So good for him trying to compensate for that. Chinese, he's going to have a bad start here, so I don't expect him to have any advantage with these extra villagers. Good economy later on due to technologies costing less, makes him very versatile, and farms better. Very strong unique unit, but I don't expect it to be very good against Chinese archers, which have so much more range. And big thing for the Chinese, in addition to their versatility, they do get bloodlines. They also have some pretty good monks, except for missing block printing here, which ironically enough they invented. So overall, I don't know who I'd give the civ advantage here to. That's one of the interesting things about this matchup, and I can't wait to see who takes the advantage in this matchup. Let's take a look at the maps. Front gold from Jon Snow could be pressured by some monks or some siege early on. We'll see how the game develops. Front stone, 2 front golds over here, so he looks like he's got all of his golds forward, and notably doesn't have a gold in the back. Actually, kind of an unusual arena map. There's not a lot of space in the back. It might be hard for him to boom as well, especially if he gets pressured right in this area. There's no gold for him to fall back on. Yet alone space. Can lure in these deer, and he has this relic close to his base. TaToH's map, also forward gold, second forward gold, and I don't see a back gold for him as well. Let's check the map here. Yeah, just standard arena. And his third gold's in the front too, so we could be seeing a very aggressive game here. I don't think booming would be the preferred strategy here. Very likely to lose your gold and not a lot of space to boom up in. TaToH does have a stone in the back, however. He does so choose to go for a castle, which is not that unusual as Britons, actually, surprisingly enough. TaToH's going forward with a scout now. Does he have any deer to lure? He has these deer over here, so I expect him to lure those. And we should see some early aggression here, I assume. And that's about all I can say about the maps here. 4 and wood is about the standard for an arena build, or fast castle build. And notably, Jon Snow. Man, he's had a weird start. Of course, playing as Chinese, he's already built the mill here. Good for him, but he's going to need a lumber camp here soon. And before that, he's going to need a house. They're going to be a little inefficient here. Let's check the population. 13 to 13. Jon Snow already has loom here. And TaToH, it looks like, is half a villager ahead. So take your pick here. Do you want to be half a villager ahead, or do you want to have loom? Probably better position actually for the Britons, because the Chinese do have they do start out with less resources. So not finding those sheep early is really going to hurt them, and this is why so many players don't like to play as Chinese so often. A lot of newer players probably thinking that Chinese are actually a really tough civ to play. They just have a really tough opening, but other than that, they're the most versatile civ in my opinion, and should be easy to play otherwise. But again, just that horrible start. Anyway, Jon Snow's going to be fine here. He's not that far behind. Just a small difference, and should get a lumber camp up now. Jon Snow going to look forward. He sees the deer here. No TaToH's going to lure these in. This guy's going to go lure the boar over here. And since this is a recording, let's speed this up just a little bit. So both players, I assume, are going to lure their deer in. Jon Snow's deer is over on this right side. The Master Arena 4 tournament, at the moment, it looks like it's going to be a Castle Age start. Although there is some debate on the community, you can check that out on AOC Zone. I think it is open at this point. I just say that because we're speeding up through this dark and feudal age here. So I'm very interested to see who clicks up first. I'm assuming the Britons player is going to have the advantage here. You know, faster sheep gathering, and didn't start out with all those resources. Didn't lose all those resources that the Chinese don't have at the very beginning. And looking forward, I wonder if TaToH's going to go for an early archer range or a castle here. Obviously, he's not going to go heavy into monks. Britain's monks don't get redemption here. Hey, what's up? Sherb? Sherb? I'm so bad with names, I don't even know why I try. Oh no, this villager is getting gangbanged by these two other men here. Oh, that's unfortunate. It's a whole idle villager there. So Jon Snow's going to click up first. Let's see if he has enough resources to make this a clean build. And we see 2 on stone from TaToH, and I love to see this. I love to see longbowmen. What are some of the advantages of going for longbowmen over archers? And this villager is still idle. Oh my god, this is killing me. Okay, there we go. He finally gets freed. What are some of the advantages of going for longbowmen? A, you get a castle. Castles are nice for defending gold, defending against monk rushes. B, you don't have to build a barrack, so it's not as much, you don't save as much as you normally would. Here's Market Blacksmith from Jon Snow. It looks like he will have enough to get up, especially with this deer. And TaToH's gonna do loom here, so maybe he wants to place a forward castle. And the third advantage with going longbowman is that if you do get bodkin arrow, it just so happens to work out that longbowmen with their extra attack do double damage versus mangonels. So much harder to defend against. Otherwise, there's no difference between a longbowman and a British crossbow, except for that one attack. Yeah, nobody's casting. There's never going to be a stream where I'm casting where that joke doesn't get made, and it's my fault for for choosing such a ridiculous name. Let's put this on standard speed now. Action's about to get started. And that's a lot of villagers going for TaToH. We mentioned before how these forward golds were. And favoring aggressive play. And if a castle goes up right here, then that's going to be all the gold gone from Jon Snow. And you can see how important this is to TaToH. He's brought so many vills forward. Normally you don't bring this many vills forward. Just going to mine some gold in the meantime here. What's Jon Snow's play going to be? Is it going to be some sort of tower? Is he going to bring more villagers here? He's already seen this.
Mandatum.
And Jon Snow's just waiting patiently for this castle to get dropped. No, don't apologize. Don't apologize at all. I chose the stupid name. Here's a castle that's going to be right on his face, just as Mem would say. And a siege workshop's coming up right away. It has to be for rams. Should see a tower get dropped here. Gonna get dropped with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 villagers. So not that many villagers, not like a panic tower. But at the same time, this castle is going up. Maybe Jon Snow should have committed to this tower a little earlier. Or bought some stone for a second tower. But this castle is going up. And I think Jon Snow should have hurried this tower up a little bit more. He's going to go forward with villagers. His castle's on 90%. Could lose a lot of villagers here. He's going to go back. And TaToH's not going to lose a single villager here. And Jon Snow's going to lose his first villager. He's going to lose a second villager here. Could even lose a third villager. Third villager goes down. And this tower is just a gigantic waste from him. Siege Workshop is up. Let's see if he's going to train out some rams here. No, Mangonel first. And flinching coming in from TaToH. These villagers are very exposed, by the way. Especially if some longbow want to come in here. Looks like 3 longbow already made. TaToH is just committed fully to this push. Probably going to save up for bodkin arrow here. Mangonel is out. Already significant damage being done to Jon Snow. Jon Snow has no access to gold at this point. And he's going to have to be selling stone here. Thanks, Marthy. Longbow going to patrol the perimeter here. I wonder what TaToH's next move is going to be. Is he going to go for those cheaper town centers, or is he going to go for some petards or invest into Bodkin Arrow? Jon Snow saying he thought it was mirror. I do this often when I'm not often. I play non-mirror matches so often that it doesn't happen to me. But oftentimes the people I play forget that it's not a mirror match. 2 mangonels out from Jon Snow. That's a pretty formidable defense. And Jon Snow's going to go for his town center over here. He's going to be housed, but he's going to get his Chinese town center up for that population room. And TaToH should have a sizable amount of longbow here. He just needs the Bodkin Arrow on these guys, and he's good to go. 6-7 range. They're about matching the mangonel at this point. And without Bodkin Arrow, I don't think that TaToH is going to be wanting to engage these mangonels. TaToH back at his own base still doesn't have a second town center up. Still mining stone though. Maybe thinking about a second castle. And Jon Snow's taking a hit here. He still doesn't have his gold, but he's not out of the game yet. He's going to boom up here. And still taking stone heavily. Should check the market price here. So it's not a bad price. It's about 90 gold for every 100 stone sold. That's not that bad, but it's going to get worse and worse as he has to continue to sell. And he needs to take this one right here. One potential strategy for Jon Snow, maybe boom up, get to the next age first, drop down a castle, and then treb down this castle. And I'll be keeping an eye on that stone price.
Ready.
Yeah, TaToH loves his stone. He loves his castles, he loves his towers.
Yay. Ready.
Town Watch coming in, still no Bodkin Arrow though. And TaToH's not able to bust in here, he's not going to make petards. We have a ton of mangonels here. I don't think Jon Snow is over-investing at all here. Oh, he's got 2 rams actually. That's interesting. Gonna be hard to take down this castle though with a mangonel behind here. Not to mention no access to stone. And even the siege workshop's gonna go down. Maybe these rams are a little bit of a waste here. TaToH's gonna secure his, I think, 2nd or 3rd relic. I think that's, let's just swap over. 3rd relic. Good boost to his economy. Speaking of economy, both players are on about equal bills here. Probably about equal economies at this point. TaToH doesn't have, here's a second town center now. But the Chinese get better farms, so take your pick. And defensive castle from Jon Snow, which doesn't do a whole lot. All this castle does is it protects this side over here. Means TaToH's not going to be able to push on this side unless he brings a lot of rams. But the one notable thing it doesn't do is it doesn't protect his stone. It doesn't really protect his gold that much. Maybe you could say it protects his stone, but it doesn't protect any golds. And another siege workshop coming up from Jon Snow. Does Jon Snow have stone in the back? No, he doesn't have anything. Oh, my bad. He does have stone in the back. Doesn't have gold in the back, though. Check the market price again. Still pretty high, 88. Right around that 70 range is where it really starts to hurt you. I'm gonna look around for the extra relic. There's one right over here. And TaToH now has 4 now. So better economy for TaToH, I think. If you count relics as part of the economy. So many longbowmen here, jeez! And TaToH might be starting to think about pressuring down this castle. I've got 1 ram out. 1 ram's not gonna cut it. And the bulk of TaToH's army in this game is going to consist of longbow, which I love to see. I love to see longbow. Pretty good against mangonels once they get the Bodkin Arrow on. The bane of the Britons, of course, though, is rams. We'll see if Jon Snow could somehow afford that. What is Jon Snow doing at this point? One ram. One ram, almost enough stone for a second castle. And both players more or less even on economy. 3 rams in the bank over here. Got a 4th. Going to go with a 5th. So Jon Snow's going to commit to this, and he's going to go for this castle. And oh, what a bad time to put down a gate. This could be a game deciding, actually. 52 health left on this game. This gate. And what happened to the other mangonels of Jon Snow? I only see 1 here. 2. Okay, second one's over here. And this gate's going to go down instantaneously. Needs to bring the mangonels over. And with this amount of archers could do some damage here. Unfortunately, again, no brace. No. There's Vodka Arrow, finally. It's going to come in a little late, though. And who knows what these villagers do. Should attack the longbowmen. And just able to 2-shot these villagers here. Rams are going to move out. Few Chuckanu need to get under the castle. They can take care of this mangonel here. That's going to be their first target. And this castle might go down. Over on this bottom side, losing 2 longbow. 2 longbow not going to do too much damage here. This mangonel needs to get in position. Oh, but we have a mangonel in the back here, and that could, Chuckanu needs to take care of this, mangonel. 3 rams already down. There's GG. So great strategy from TaToH here in this first game. Going with the offensive castle, we talked about how the positions of these resources were forward. And just great strategy from TaToH. Picking his strategy at the beginning, Jon Snow not quite as good as the strategy. And that's oftentimes what it comes down to in Arena. Just picking the right strategy. Take a quick look at the achievements and we'll go on to the second game here. Units killed, more units killed from TaToH. Economy just about even here, except for the gold collected, of course. And already 700 relic gold from those 4 relics. It's amazing how fast that adds up.